Hello everybody, my name is Kenneth and welcome to or back to my YouTube channel. I just want to say, before we start this video, I have been kind of recording a bunch today, so if my voice sounds really like it's falling away or anything, that's why. Um, I've recorded a bunch tonight, so please forgive me for that. But today we are here with Pablo and his brother Josue. I'm really sorry, I don't know how to pronounce his name on this, Josue. Please let me know in the comments. I'm really sorry, for butchering. But we're here today to react to Pablo and his brother, the official visualizer for Determinado. Um, I squealed. I saw this on Twitter. Um, Actually, I saw the Spotify release on Twitter first, and I literally was on my phone scrolling. I saw it and I was like, ah! And I clicked the link, opened Spotify, immediately saved it to my library. Didn't listen to it because I didn't want to be spoiled because I knew I wanted to do a video, but immediately added it to my Spotify library. Um, I'm really looking forward to it. I was told that we might be getting new music in 2024, and I didn't expect it so soon. But I'm genuinely really excited. So without any further ado, let's get into this. Interesting. Ooh. Ooh.
Dami nagtanong ba't ang gusto tahakin na landas halika rito. Takbo ng utak ko may malayo sa iyo. Maniobra palayo sa kakitirang yun. Kargatot na
Oh, I love this.
pero di ako magpapalunod sa langit.
He says that his sorry, that went back too far. He says loaded and filled with rage. His voice sounds angry. Oh.
Muna rin ang galit to pero di ako magpapalunod sa langit nyo. Patuloy ang andar kahit na bali-bali ko. Sa aking daanan supang tuwa'y mapapali ko. Ano bang sabi determinado?
There's that mythology again.
Kapigil determinado. Aking sentido bumabasag ng mga bungo. Ito nang uling bersikulo maririnig mo galing sa
Ooh.
katumbas ako ng dalawa na hipo. Bawat suntok ay may bigla na malahipo. Kahit si Ayon las hindi ako mahipo. Pag nag-dem si Roll birami sa kanino. Musika lang aking bisyo. Ano tatanging ang bisyo. Kahit anong mga opinyon. Hindi malilipo. Lahat din sa sakripisyo. Hindi kailangan ang bisyo. Na kahit na sino ito ng aking pagsibol.
This sounds like the musical equivalent, and I mean this in the best way, the musical equivalent of a slam poetry session. It feels very spur of the moment, verbal, kind of verbal diarrhea. I don't mean that. I didn't want to know what other word to use, but that kind of expelling of thoughts almost as it comes. Do you know what I mean? It feels very much that in the moment kind of lyricism. I'm really enjoying this. I'll be honest, I don't know what a Dempsey roll is. And I didn't know what an hippo, not a hippo, but an hippo was. If anyone would like to tell me in the comments below, I would much appreciate it. I will probably look it up in my own time after the video. But in case I don't, or in case I forget, please do let me know. I also like, sorry, just to go back a little bit, but just to talk about the beginning for a second. I like the way that the beginning has that kind of choral aspect to it. We start with that choral aspect. And the way that the lyrics are, it almost feels like, sorry, I'm just gonna remember where I am. He says it's my duty to protect my beliefs, but it feels less about his individual beliefs, and more almost his community and their beliefs, if that makes sense, because they are his beliefs as well. And I think that's fascinating. I might be wrong in that, and I apologize if I am, but that's what I was kind of getting. Oh, I'm really intrigued by this, and the visuals are very interesting as well. Um, Especially this. Um, I'm assuming that all of them serve a purpose. Um, for instance, you can infer that the motorbike and the idea of riding the motorbike kind of goes well with the first kind of shots of the road and kind of taking a journey. Um, Pablo, I think, musically does like to delve into the themes of having a path, having a journey, and the words, I think, lyrics as well about talking about a journey. Um, I'm loving this so far. Oh, and we're back here. Yeah, we're back here. And that's the thing as well with his musicality. He obviously with La Luna and the question mark song, he delves into that kind of ability of letting himself be kind of a free and empowered person, um, irrespective of kind of social norms. But here, he's almost kind of the opposite because he's talking about being that person, but limited because he's saying like he has to be determined in what he's doing, but he's not allowed to be savage to break those social norms as much as he maybe suggested he could in previous songs. I think that line I've just reacted just before this. I reacted to Philippe's Bulan, and I think that's a very ironic set of lyrics there. I'm not a god. I'm just a mere mortal, because we know from the mythology and the folklore surrounding Bulan, we know the power of a mortal, and also we also know that because of that folklore, we know that not all mortals were always mortals. We know that some of them were gods. So it's an interesting irony here in this song. Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. So determinado and determinado. Sorry, I'm trying to make them sound different, but I'm probably butchering it. The idea that determined and limitless are very similar words in Tagalog. That's very interesting. That overlay. The production on this is amazing. Oh, sorry, that scream in the background, the scream vocals in the background. Ooh. Oh, I have chills. I have chills. Excuse me? I mean, yes, you are my executioner, because that really wow, that really did get me. Wow, I I loved this. I genuinely loved this. I think ultimately my favorite section of the song has to be this latter part where you've got the what a lot of people call clean vocals. I think Pablo's, and then his brother's vocals. I think are the scream vocals underneath. Oh, you can't see my hand. So you've got the clean vocals, and then you've got um the scream vocals, and it's almost that blend of what they're saying lyrically of the being determined but not being so determined that it becomes savage, so not, not so determined that it becomes um a breakout of the social norms, passionate but not deadly, or passionate but not dangerous, beyond reproach. I kind of want to. Hi. That's an interesting line too. I didn't even notice that. You can only see the shore if the heart and mind aren't in sync. There's that. He talks about being immortal in this song again. As I said earlier, and the kind of significance of that. But here he talks about walking on water. The idea that if your heart and mind are in sync, you are almost a god, because when you think about things and creatures and characters that walk on water, they are gods. They are messengers of gods, or representative of God of some way. And it's such an interesting image, because when you think about, I can only think really of like Moses and the parting of the sea and that kind of thing. But there's this kind of idea that we're he's a kind of like a different, that he and his brother almost are a different kind of mortal than what we are used to. It kind of leans into there's a beautiful comment on one of my other reactions, talking about how Pablo is the alpha, and in this kind of song, it adheres to that kind of theme of alphas, in that he almost is able to do these things as a mortal because of his status as an alpha. And there's also that kind of animalistic kind of takeaway, in that when a wolf or a hunting animal chases after its prey, in those moments you could argue that their heart and mind are one, and there's that kind of one focus, one determination, one purpose. And it's why in those situations where they're the predator and they're going after their prey, it's why they're able to do that, and it's why you could argue that prey don't get away, and that wasn't meant to rhyme, but it's that disconnect between the heart and mind. There's almost, because where the wolf has this innate drive to survive and chases its prey in order to do so, with the prey kind of angle, there's this disconnect in their psyche and their heart and their mind. And it's like when they get tired, that disconnect is ultimately why they can't keep running, and that's ultimately why they get caught. But this is an interesting, especially because of this. I just want to go back a few frames. like they're standing in like a mini pond lake, or the start of a pond/lake, but they're standing in a way that doesn't even look like they're in the water, which is an image in itself. Also the way they're standing, there's a confidence in that. I love this part. This makes me happy. Oh, sorry, hang on, no. I didn't even notice the strings in the back. I noticed strings, but not these strings. There's like a frantic string section in the background. And just the way it ends. It just ends. And there's almost, hang on, that kind of soundtrack. There's kind of like a sound. And the only way I can describe it is it's the sound that you'd make, or that would be made, if an animal pounced on an animal pounced on another animal. And it's that sound of the contact between the two animals and the ground. I love, especially after coming after that line about being the executioner and being your executioner. I think that's a really striking sound to end it with. I loved this. I loved this. This was a real continuing of form for Pablo. And I know he produces with his brother, so this is a complete continuation of form for both of them. Wow. I knew going into the Spotify link, as I said earlier, I went to the Spotify link and I didn't listen to the song. I just pressed, add to library. There was just something in me that knew that I would like this song without even hearing it at that time. And I'm so glad that I've reacted to this, because this genuinely, I love it. And more than I love it, I don't know if you guys could tell, but so I'm autistic, and I was stimming at the end. And I do that when I'm anxious and uncomfortable, but also when I'm really enjoying something and I'm really kind of invested in it. And I really felt that with this song. So thank you, Pablo. Thank you, Joshua. And yeah, wow. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys. Bye.